this is mostly a payoff of a conversation that we had last week, because during the Masters mailbag, one of the questions from the tailgate was, okay, so what active coaches would you want to play golf with? And we started running through, all like what their golf game would be like, what their attitude would be like. And we mentioned on that show the Chick-fil-A or Peach Bowl challenge. As the game has changed over time, the title has changed, but for about 17 years, as Bud was even able to pull up, old, like 2009, 2010 lineups, it has continued to include many of the top college football coaches. So we happen to receive just this week the field, not the pairings, but the field for the 2024 Peach Bowl Challenge. And so just for a little bit of fun, I want you to fill out who else you would want in your foursome. Okay. We've got the list available. I'll read it for the listeners. This is in alphabetical order: Shane Beamer, Manny Diaz, Dave Doran, Eli Drinkwitz, Randy Edsel, PJ Fleck, Hugh Freeze, Chan Gailey, Jim Grove, Paul Johnson, who we discussed extensively.
A lot of Georgia Tech connections there, Chip.
Yeah, Brent Key, Dan Lanning. We talked about Lanning. Like, does Dan Lanning even play golf? Like, obviously enough to want to be involved in the challenge. Urban Meyer, Jeff Monken, Dan Mullen, Pat Narduzzi, Rick Neuheisel, shout out to our colleague, Mike Norvell, also Houston Nutt, Tom O'Brien, Kirby Smart, Steve Spurrier, and I was stunned to see this one, and Tommy Tuberville.
All right, how many
junior senator from Alabama.
Isn't he supposed to be running the country?
Hey, are there 16 dudes here?
Oh yeah.
There's like
gotta be 16.
Impromptu draft. Let's snake it.
Okay.
Now, do we want to win or do we want to have fun?
See, this is my strategy. Yeah.
All right. Who wants to go? Random number generator real fast.
Why don't we start with you and work counterclockwise to me, and then we'll snake.
All right, cool. With the first pick, Paul Johnson, no doubt, just turned 66, so he gets to move up to those nice, seniors tees. Guys, I mean, I could just go random for the rest of this. We got this in the bag because Paul Johnson can play.
Okay, Danny.
I'll go Dan Mullen. Retirement's been nice to him. He's had a lot more free time. He's out in the lake. He's learning to wakeboard, but I also think he's on the golf course, and I think he'd be a lot of fun.
I know he's on the golf course because I think it was him and Matt Berry, right? They
had the little bit every single show.
Yeah. Oh, Mullen's got game.
Yeah.
Enough.
All right. Tom.
I'll go with Eli Drinkwitz, Alpha Nerd.
Okay. All right. So do I get a snake, or am I going to have to send it back?
Yeah, you can get two. Take two.
Yeah.
Okay. First pick, Steve Spurrier. He's an Augusta member, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. And then for my next pick, let's stay on the experienced end of things. No. Scratch that. We're going to go to an active coach. We've got one retired. We got to stay active. Somebody who we mentioned probably has some game. We're going to go with Auburn coach Hugh Freeze. So at the turn, I take Steve Spurrier and Hugh Freeze. All right, back to Tom.
Those will be interesting conversations. Give me Kirby.
All right, Kirby.
Got no chance of winning. My pick?
Yes.
Give me Rick Neuheisel. I almost slept on him. I was hoping he'd fall down to me because he's a stick. I mean, he's a member of Bel Air Country Club in L.A. Yeah, he can play. I'm gonna get Rick.
All right. Next, and I'm going Pat Narduzzi at Pitt. Currently a 3.5 index.
What? Are you looking him up? Where are you getting this list? Holy cow. That's not very Pittsburgh of them. They're supposed to be hard-nosed steel mill workers.
Allegheny Country Club. I checked it. Patrick Narduzzi, and he only plays apparently in the offseason. Like all the rounds are between like February and August. So
that's why he doesn't want his team scoring points, because the games take longer and he wants to get the hell out and get back on the course.
All right. Shoot. Who else? Probably Neuheisel was the other one. If I went Johnson, Neuheisel, Pat Narduzzi, this was.
Have you looked up anybody else's? Okay. That was a really solid pull.
I've tried. I have actually played in tournaments and seen a couple of these guys swing. Give me Jim Grobe.
Yeah.
Going all old guys. Well, Narduzzi's not old, but
All right. So that means do we want to keep playing it out, or do you want to say that's your group? That it's Bud, Paul Johnson, Pat Narduzzi, and Jim Grobe.
it's only 3 guys.
But
but you
that's
plus
a
Chief.
foursome.
We're picking a foursome.
Yeah. But you're the 4th.
Oh, yeah, then that's my group. Yes.
Okay. All right. Danny, round it out.
I'll go Brent Key, Georgia Tech. I got really good golfers. I need somebody that's out there shotgunning beers, like that's going to have some fun, bring some levity. If it's a little stressful, it comes down to the 18th hole. He's an offensive lineman. He's bringing the energy.
Love it.
Give me Dan Lanning.
Great energy play.
I have a plan here.
Okay.
I'll
All right.
later.
And I will. I'll also go with someone who I know just when it's time to sit back, when we're not stressing about whether MJ Morris is going to be, just like making himself ineligible. I mean, Danny, you just hung out with him down at the regional. When it's time to just sit back and relax, Dave Doran understands how to do it. So. Yeah. Dave, come on with your red Solo cup and your cigar, because we're going to add you to round out the group. So I will add to Steve Spurrier and Hugh Freeze. I will add NC State coach Dave Doran. Okay, to review, Bud's got it'll be Bud Elliott, Paul Johnson, Pat Narduzzi, and Jim Grobe. Danny. Then the next group is Danny Cannell, Dan Mullen, Rick Neuheisel, and Brent Key. Tom Fernelli, joined by Eli Drinkwitz, Kirby Smart, and Dan Lanning, and Chip Patterson, joined by Steve Spurrier, Hugh Freeze, and Dave Doran.
Tom's group is just talking ball all day.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they're doing.
But you know what it is?
100, but they're talking ball.
Dan and Kirby will be talking to each other all day because they've got a ton to talk about. Eli will be talking to them. I don't want to talk. I just want to play golf. So those 3 will be talking to themselves all day, and I can play because I'm much better when I'm not talking and socializing. Like when I go with my friends, I'll shoot like 100. When I go by myself, I'll shoot 87 because I'm able to actually just think about what I'm doing. And that's kind of my goal here.
I mean, you've got a chance to play 18 holes with phenomenal football coaches. And Tom says, don't talk to me. How about this?
That's why there was no way in hell I was going to draft PJ Fleck, because God, he would not shut up the entire 4 hours you were out there.
Yeah, I would say that like PJ Fleck, Urban Meyer, Tommy Tuberville. Who else was on my do not draft list?
You don't want to get the world's problem solved?
I don't think it can happen over 18 holes. Not with me.
Nobody picked up TOB.
Could probably get
nobody picked up TOB. TOB would be a good one.
I could probably get Tuberville to try to pass legislation for me.
Did anybody pick Shane Beamer?
Nope.
I think son of a guy who played a lot of golf. I bet he's got good game.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'd be fun. His picture, there's a picture like I saw of him. The pose looks great at the end. Like he looks like he's watching it down the fairway, not like flailing.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the ball? Like he looks good.
7.3 index at Kiowa and Quixote.
Ooh. Pretty impressive.
Those are nice clubs.
Yeah, we might have missed out on that one.
Yeah, that he might be.
I'm just pissed because this used to be coaches and players.
Right. Like former coaches. And that's the thing. So it's going to be a 2-man scramble for a $300,000 purse. Each of these coaches, 23 of them, have
wait, it's a scramble?
It's a 2-man scramble. So they're going to announce the pairings in a little bit.
I would have picked the coaches I believe would be willing to cheat the most so we could win.
It's Stableford scoring. It's Stableford scoring system, so it kind of like flattens out the handicap situation.
Team that wins the scramble is always shot like a 48 somehow. It's like, I don't know if that's their real score.
Yeah, there's that one video of those guys coming in at like 27 under.
Yeah.
You're talking about yeah.
Oh well, in that case, PJ Fleck.